This time, the Planet Mechanics are down by the sea.
It turned out nice! I can't actually see.
Getting to grips with the force of the ocean. But this is no surfing safari. They want to use wave power to generate electricity.
Oh, okay, let's speed up the measurements.
So, will it be plain sailing?
What's to go wrong?
Or will it be a wipeout? Dick Strawbridge is an ex-army officer turned eco-warrior. Jem Stansfield is an inventor with a wild green streak. Two men on a mission to fix the world. One mechanical solution at a time. Together, they are the Planet Mechanics. Dick and Jem's eco-engineering trek around Europe has reached the Emerald Isle.
This is glorious. That's my picture of Ireland.
Travelling in their trusty horse truck turned mobile workshop, they've come to County Clare on Ireland's west coast.
Hey, look, there we go, the Atlantic. That's Galway Bay. And this is pretty amazing scenery. But apparently up here, where we're going, is even better. It's got a reputation for being something special.
This rugged coast has been shaped by the sea for hundreds of thousands of years. And where Dick and Jem are heading, nature has created something truly awesome.
Look at that for a view! Whoa. That's amazing, isn't it?
At 214 metres, the cliffs of Moher are some of the highest in Europe, and they bear the full brunt of the ocean's force.
Imagine the battering those cliffs must have taken to end up looking like that. But the waves have got the whole Atlantic to build up before they hit it. That's just incredible.
With an uninterrupted expanse of sea stretching out for thousands of miles, the west coast of Ireland gets some of the biggest waves in Europe.
Makes you want to go and play with it, doesn't it? Yeah, just not too close to the edge.
For our eco-engineers, the immense power of the sea spells opportunity. The ocean is a massive source of free energy. However, the ravages of wind, wave and salt water make tapping into it a daring undertaking. Nevertheless, Dick and Jem are up for the challenge. But they're not the only ones around here who are interested in big waves. And the Planet Mechanics are keen to recruit some of them. Meet Keith and Rosie. These surf buddies tour Ireland looking for the best waves to ride. They're just along the coast from the cliffs, surfing the beach break at Lahinch.
Surfing is my life, pure and simple. Surfing's my life.
It's a way of life. It's not just a sport. It's hard to describe, and he knows exactly what I mean, but I can't describe it to him.
On a good day, it's great. It's just really cold.
Dick and Jem know that the waves can be harnessed for green electricity. It's been calculated that the sea around Ireland contains enough energy to generate over 18 times more electricity than the entire country needs. So with a few days and some simple resources, Dick and Jem want to work with the surfers on a test project that will actually show how the waves could be put to work.
You into this surfing like, mate? I don't mind a bit of surfing myself, Dick. It's quite hard work, but isn't it? It would be tricky out there today.
Hey, how you doing?
How's it doing?
Nice to meet you.
Not a bad place to be, is it?
That's very, very good today. The waves are big.
So what exactly can we do for you?
Well, there's waves, and we would like you to power our surf shack.
What's your surf shack like?
It's a surprise. Do you want to see it?
Too right, I want to see it.
A surprise.
To see how wave power could work for Keith and Rosie, they all head back to the trendy surf shack.
So, this is it.
This is the surf shack.
This is the surf shack.
It looks a little bit more like a caravan.
It is a caravan.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. As long as we all know that.
Would you like the guided tour?
Oh, thank you. You've kept it quite minimalist.
This old caravan might be modest, but to our surfers, it's home. At least for the surf season.
So this is a kitchen, dining room, living room, bedroom.
Get a door finish.
Nice tour. I liked it.
Okay, what do you need the power for?
Well, basically lights, obviously, and CD player, you know, and Keith's a musician, so he plays the guitar and he plugs on his
So
amp.
an amplifier would be good for the guitar.
Okay, so if you can have music, if you can have lights, and if you can be sort of playing and dilling on your guitar, you'll be happy.
Yeah.
Dick and Jem want to use wave power to let Keith and Rosie park their caravan as close to the sea as possible and power it in a green way. But that's no easy target.
The waves are probably the most powerful thing we're ever going to come across. Yet, getting energy out of them seems nigh on impossible to me.
Time to make a plan.
To figure out a plan, they return to their own mobile home from home and set up base camp at a nearby farm. Once, this was a livestock transporter. Now, it's a fully equipped, environmentally friendly workshop.
I have it.
With biodiesel in the fuel tank and wind and solar power for the tools, it's got everything they need.
Keith and Rosie were really cool, and what they want in energy requirements, I don't think's asking too much.
Yeah, but the fact they want to get energy from the waves, that's difficult.
With so much free energy on offer in the ocean, engineers have been trying for many years to harness it. But the destructive force of the sea has wrecked many a design.
There is no established wave energy converter out there. I think we need a stack of experiments.
Should we go to the lab?
Yep.
Because no one design for a wave-powered generator has emerged as the best, Dick and Jem want to look at some of the strongest ideas. Three rough and ready models will help.
Sure, you've got everything there, mate.
Yeah.
Should we do the saltless duck first, mate?
Okay.
Number 1, Salter's Duck.
Okay.
Well, you can see how it bobs up and down like a duck. But I think that's the easy bit. Even ducks know how to bob up and down in the waves, but it's turning that bobbing into electricity.
Developed in the 1970s, the Salter Duck was one of the first ever wave-powered devices proposed. It was a very efficient design, but required complex mechanisms to convert bobbing into electricity.
I've got my wave snake here. As the wave ripples along there, all the pieces move relative to each other.
The Sea Snake device is more recent and has proved a more straightforward way to produce power. It uses long hinge segments that bend up and down and pump liquid through a turbine connected to a generator.
Having that out at sea, you just know it's going to end up on the shore.
But I feel it's more robust than the wave duck. I love the idea. I think it's a beautiful plan.
Right, next. Oscillating water column.
Okay, I'll make a wave.
You can hear the water.
Move up and down as if we had big waves.
Yes.
The oscillating water column makes electricity by taking the movement of waves inside a chamber and forcing it upwards through a wind turbine on top. All three of these wave energy converters could work in the seas off Western Island. So to select one and pinpoint a location for it, Dick and Jem revisit the shore. But no one's told them how quickly the weather can change around here.
It turned out nice! Look, our bath just looks like the most ridiculous representation I've ever seen.
That is impressive.
I can't actually see.
Right, there's no way we're going to anchor anything out there and make electricity, mate.
Look, I can't even stand here for very long.
The conditions only a short way offshore are wild. It's simply too fierce to even consider anchoring a structure out at sea. Dick and Jem may be out of their depth.
We're going to have to go to the shelter. There's a pier over
There's
here.
more shelters.
With the Atlantic Ocean giving a mere glimpse of its strength, Dick and Jem can see why harnessing wave power has proved such a fiendish challenge. But this more sheltered harbour wall has given them an idea.
There's no way we're going to anchor anything offshore, is there?
That looks closer to being feasible. The way it's sucking up and down the wall, it really lends itself to one of those oscillating water columns.
Do you have a close look and see where we can put it?
Yeah.
They think an oscillating water column, like a giant version of the bucket with the fan on top, could be bolted to the concrete pier and be the best way for them to turn waves into electricity. However, taking on the Atlantic Ocean in October is going to test them to the limit. So they need to come up with a design that really holds water. Back at the horse box, a plan is emerging.
If we're going to use an oscillating water column, we need a big tube for the waves to go up to oscillate.
Yeah. Now I've seen the size of the bath we're going to have to put it in. It shows us the scale we're working on.
So our starting point, a big tube.
Okay.
They want to attach a large vertical pipe to the pier wall, but it's going to need firm fixing.
A phenomenally strong steel frame bolted to the side of the pier.
Need a funnel on the top. The funnel at the top's going to allow us to have lots of speed in our wind, isn't it?
Put a turbine right there in the neck of the funnel.
Yeah.
Starts generating the electricity.
The oscillating water column will consist of a large tube mounted upright on the pier. The waves will slosh around inside and create air movement in the space above. By placing a funnel on top of the tube, they will close down the airspace and increase its flow speed. The rush of air will spin a wind turbine and generate electricity for the Surf Shack caravan.
The genius of the oscillating water column is that all the clever stuff, all the electricity, all the moving parts are well out of the water, up there in the fresh air, which means the only thing in the water is just a big fat tube. What's to go wrong?
They'll need permission to use the pier, but by building this prototype in the centre of the community, it will also help spread the word that wave power is a realistic green technology. Later, with the full go-ahead from the local authorities, Dick and Jem head to the pub to pitch their plan to the surfers.
The waves here in Dillon get really big, but will that invention withstand the power of the waves?
How bad does it get?
Really bad.
Yeah.
It's nice and positive.
Keith and Rosie think the lads might have underestimated the force of the sea.
Like, even when they're not big, they're still powerful.
Though, other than it getting smashed to smithereens, have you got any other doubts?
No, not really. That's the main thing. It has to be built like a tank.
Right.
Okay, Jim, that'll do for me.
The surfers have serious concerns about whether the oscillating water column will last the distance. But Dick and Jem thrive in the face of adversity and are confident they can pull this off. Next day, there's just enough time to conduct some last-minute research into waves. Dick and Jem want to experience for themselves the power of the sea. So they've come to meet Irish champion surfer John McCarthy.
Okay, what's the surf like around Ireland then?
Probably the best conditions in Europe today.
Today?
Is that good here?
Yeah.
What's the most powerful wave you've seen off this coast?
The waves in winter time, when you get a big Atlantic swell, you can get 80-foot waves here. So, so we're not going to put you through that.
Why not?
We'll focus on the 2-foot waves today.
What's the biggest wave you've surfed around here?
Probably maybe 35-foot waves.
The Cliffs of Moher, 2006. This is John, showing exactly why he's a champion surfer.